Hello indie game fans, wishing everyone a very happy new year. As we take a look at the indie games of 2020, I've already made a couple of videos covering RPGs, turn-based tactics, pixel art games, and even the best games coming out in January, so please check out those videos which I shall link below. For this series, I will try to cover games not previously mentioned in those videos, and will mostly cover games which have a firm 2020 release. So unfortunately, that means titles like Hollow Knight Silksong will not be a part of this. So we start our list with 12 Minutes, a time loop thriller that wowed many when the trailer was first shown off.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
You want to guess what it is?
This is an outfit for a newborn. You bought it this morning. You wanted to surprise me.
I'm sorry.
You're pregnant.
You know?
I know because you already gave it to me. This has happened before.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
Someone is coming. He's going to hurt us. He says you killed your father. I need to know what happened.
Why are you doing this? My father
Died of a heart attack?
No, I didn't have anything to do with...
Any second now, he's gonna knock on that door. Help me.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
Police, open up.
That's him.
Did you call the police?
We have a warrant. Please open the door.
I didn't do anything.
We're here to help.
Don't listen to him. I'm your only chance.
Open the door right now.
You know me. I love you. You have to believe me.
Stop.
No.
Under arrest.
Hey!
What was supposed to be a romantic evening with your wife turns horribly wrong as a man claiming to be a police detective breaks into your home, accuses her of murder, and beats you to death, only for you to then restart the loop all over again. The Groundhog Day setup is definitely not new in games, but the combination of the low poly art style, the tense thriller vibe, and the intriguing central mystery will be sure to keep players hooked. Alchemic CUTIE is a relaxing adventure RPG with a look and vibe that screams adorable and pleasant. It reminds me of games like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing due to the UI and the importance of date and time, but the focus here is on taming and raising wild jellies. You can enter jellies in competitions, and of course, due to the name, alchemy is a central component as well, so expect plenty of foraging for resources. It's bright and colourful with such great pixel art. Recently announced during a Nintendo Direct, AXIOM VERGE 2 is the sequel to the glitchy Metroidvania of the same name, but sports a distinctly different pixel art style. While the original was a pretty blatant tribute to Super Metroid, this seems to be more Zelda inspired, so eagerly awaiting more news on this. Beautiful Desolation self-describes as a 2D isometric adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic African-inspired landscape, and my gosh, they were not exaggerating when naming the game since it really is quite beautiful. Play as a man out of time searching for his lost brother, but the environments are detailed and stunning. There appears to be turn-based combat as well, despite the adventure game description, so could be pretty interesting. When I first saw BLOODROOTS, I was fascinated by its sense of stylish violence, again, combining a look that you might see in cartoons with what seems to be very Hotline Miami inspired action, with a gimmick that the world is literally a weapon, since you can pick up anything from ladders to wagon wheels to be used in combat. A classic tale of vengeance against those who left him for dead, this is super slick and stylish, so looking forward to getting hands-on.
When I was a little girl, I used to look up at the sky and wonder. Now I can't see the sky anymore. I drive between the skyscrapers, curious neon giants that stretch out to infinity.
CLOUDPUNK is an exploration adventure game where you play as a delivery driver, navigating the cyberpunk city and meeting humans and androids to learn their stories.
They cast a spell, guide me through the night. What makes this city isn't in the streets. It isn't on the news. It's the people that live here.
The voxels do work in this game, really capturing that futuristic city vibe, and with the open world structure, seems like a city that is full of opportunities for exploration and immersion. Apparently your actions will have a lasting impact on the city, so that would be interesting to see, with hidden areas and additional stories to unlock if you do the right thing. So this should be a good complement to Cyberpunk 2077.
Alright everybody, let's do this.
The executioner is lurking around. I won't sleep in hell tonight.
Of course.
Shiro Games is one of my favorite developers since they made titles like Northgard, featuring in 2018's Game of the Year list, as well as the journey through gaming history with the Evoland series. So when I heard that their upcoming title, DARKSBURG, was a co-op survival action RPG, I was immediately on board.
Hey, big boy, attack!
I'm not
Oh no, you don't.
I love Diablo-style games which can be fun with friends, so if they manage to deliver a Left 4 Dead-like experience, but from this isometric perspective, then look for it to be a smash hit in 2020.
now.
I am a casual fan of bullet hell shooters since the attack patterns can be mesmerizing, so the super fast-paced top-down shooter Death Carnival was of interest to me. It looks very fast and very flashy, set in a dystopian future where Death Carnival is the #1 game show in the galaxy, where participants compete for fame, fortune, and power. Again, the game show motif is not the most original, but gameplay is king, and this looks very good indeed. Dolmen last popped up on my Souls-like indie games video a little while back, and if it's not obvious enough, this is very Souls-like indeed. It mashes together sci-fi and cosmic horror with a little bit of that Dead Space influence, But strangely enough, there are ranged weapons as well. Certainly one to keep an eye on for fans of the genre. But can you imagine if FromSoft did something with sci-fi? That would be fantastic, so fingers crossed that this would be good. DREAMSCAPER was successfully kickstarted in 2019 and self-describes as a Binding of Isaac style hack-and-slash roguelite, which is a high bar to compare yourself to, so I'm curious about this. It is about dreams and nightmares, of battling depression and inner demons with a dreamy and low-poly art style. Always on board for more roguelites, and the action RPG nature of this does look interesting to me. This one is a no-brainer, but my corner of the internet got really excited when the developers of Factorial announced that they would be launching in 1.0 in September 2020. If you don't know what Factorial is, this is a base building simulation game with a focus on automation and production chains, and really nails that compelling gameplay loop of getting you to move up the tech tree. You crash land on an alien planet and have to build a rocket to get home. But that means tacking all the way up, from mining rocks and punching trees to materials capable of space travel. Robotic arms and conveyors will be central to all of this, but to see a network of machines humming along is very satisfying, but do watch out for the ecological impact as well. One of the most addictive games ever made, the 1.0 release should be very big to cement its place among gaming's greats. Double dipping on this one, but FLYNN, Son of Crimson, is a pixel art Metroidvania which I've been looking forward to for a couple of years, so fingers crossed 2020 will be the year. You play as an orphan who needs to awaken the power of Crimson within him in order to save the world from an encroaching darkness. Now I love Metroidvania games due to the exploration elements, and more often than not, fantastic combat, so I'm not saying that it could be the next Hollow Knight, but I certainly have very high hopes. Played an early demo and it just felt awesome, so for a well-made one of these, this is one to keep track of. Just a quick note, If you are new here and enjoyed the video so far, be sure to subscribe and check out the Discord channel while you are at it. Here's to more indie gaming coverage, so back to the video.
I remember. The flood is the lesson. They told us to follow the stars. And so with faith, we kneeled, took the shot.
Another Souls-like RPG makes the list with HELLPOINT. You awaken on the derelict space station orbiting a supermassive black hole where a massive quantum cataclysm caused living beings to lose their minds as they merged with parallel dimension versions of themselves, where this event also attracted beings of immense power from other dimensions, so some cosmic horror elements as well. What I find interesting about the pitch is that while the space station orbits the black hole, its position and time does affect enemies, with some becoming more aggressive, new enemies could appear, and even new areas unlocked depending on the time of day.
Ripe for the harvest. Dark to light. In time, all shall be known.
Grotesque enemy designs and awe-inspiring bosses add to the package, and it even has Souls-like co-op and PvP in this.
Mother 9, I'm dropping in.
Copy that. Slab C-43 is all yours. Welcome.
Developer Brace Yourself Games have made titles like Crypt of the Necrodancer and Cadence of Hyrule, so to see them turn their attention to a city building game in Industries of Titan certainly was fascinating to me. This is set on Saturn's moon, Titan, where you are developing an industrial city and colony, but the trailer does show off RTS elements as well with tactical battleship combat. Other systems include political and economic factors as you battle it out with other great houses for control of the Industries of Titan, with an awesome art style that seems to have some cyberpunk influenced neon elements in it. Bullet hell boss rush shooter, which kinda looks like Titan Souls crossed with Fury, and has a little bit more of a muted look since characters don't have outlines. The boss fights look very intense, but the world does seem very empty and desolate, but that might just be part of the feel that the game is going for. One feature listed on the store page is that it has accessibility options, so you could toggle on damage multipliers or invincibility, meaning that you won't get stuck and can see the game through to completion, so pretty player friendly and looks fun. Another pixel art Metroidvania makes the list with Kunai, where you play as a robot ninja recovered from the scraps of modern society. If it's not evident, your character is based on a tablet, while enemies have CRT monitors for heads, so perhaps a little bit of commentary on modern electronic waste. Our hero has access to a variety of ninja-like tools and abilities, like the ninja rope, a sword, and of course, throwable kunai, with the ability to deflect enemy projectiles and to do the whole anime kill thing by slashing through enemies. Interesting color palette, which gives it a unique look and very stylish for sure.
Tired of your boring 9 to 5? Become a dungeon master. Hire a wide variety of monsters to send into battle.
Legend of Keeper's Career of a Dungeon Master is a turn-based roguelite RPG that looks like Darkest Dungeon crossed with Dungeon Keeper, where you play as the Dungeon Master and must set traps and summon creatures to defend the dungeon from adventurers. As previously mentioned, I do enjoy games that allow you to play on the other side of things, so the management system and the hiring of monsters, dealing with employee strikes, and the building and stocking of traps seems pretty cool, with RPG elements for the dungeon bosses as well.
What are you waiting for? The Dungeons Company is hiring!
Minutes of Islands is a cartoony adventure game about finding the strength to let go in a world on the verge of collapse. This seems to have quite the interesting world to explore, since it was built by giants who have long passed, but their influence and technology remains in the world. Play as Mo the mechanic, wielding the Omni Switch as she explores these islands. While the art style is cute and cartoony, akin to something like Adventure Time, the art it actually portrays can be rather gruesome and grotesque, which shows the versatility of all mediums of art, which is something that I love. Seems like a fascinating world to explore with very pleasant visuals.
This mandatory instructional video will move you one step closer to your destiny. Welcome to the FARP family. As a certified furniture and relocation technician, it's important you maintain the highest level of quality.
Co-op games have an inherent advantage in being fun with friends, with that added bias due to the memories created, and Moving Out is an upcoming title that looks to use just that. Play as a furniture arrangement and relocation technician, or FART, as you team up to help people move. Along the way are hazards like laser-guided security systems, moving logs over water, rolling boulders, moving cars, and more, so it just looks like a wacky good time. I love the instructional video trailers, and this could just be that next breakout hit similar to Overcooked. I love roguelike platformers since the combination of the familiarity of a side-scroller with the intensity of combat and the one more run hook as is trademark of the genre. The most appealing part of this to me is the unlimited item synergies, really leaning into that roguelike hook of making you overpowered should you find the right combination of items, embracing the chaos rather than putting a damper on your fun. Of course, balancing might be an issue, so that will take a while to work out, but this looks like a great entry for the genre in 2020. Love the pixel art as well. Nine Witches Family Disruption is a paranormal action-adventure game set in World War II, where you play as a professor and his assistant sent to investigate a supernatural occurrence caused by Nazi forces. The pixel art again is fantastic, with a core central mystery that seems interesting. Your character can essentially astral project, allowing you to talk to spirits, but I really love the atmosphere and theme of this game. Not explicitly combat focused at all, and quite a classically designed adventure game in many ways.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see a lot of new faces around here. Hi, my name is Mayday, and tonight I'm gonna play you a ballad of our city. Okay, here we go. This is our city, Vinyl City. We play our music, play freely until they came. It was NSR, an empire of EDM. They took over the city led by Tatiana. Oh, Tatiana. She's the big boss and has her crew, and they're so bad and they smell bad. They must be stopped.
No Straight Roads is an action-adventure game where you use the power of rock to fight against EDM. This controls like a third-person action game, but there are rhythm elements as well, since enemies and bosses generate attack patterns which you have to jump and avoid.
That's right, we are gonna hijack their concerts with rock!
The age of rock is over.
It is super stylish, with excellent voice acting in different languages, but the whole concept is just fantastic.
To the rims of the universe and back.
I myself love rhythm games, but to see a musically themed action-adventure title that shies away from your traditional note highways is a treat.
So you're gonna fight NSR with that tiny guitar of yours?
Of course! And I'll win too! Wanna know why?
Sure.
Because my tiny guitar is awesome!
Pretty curious about the characters, but the music straight up rocks. If you love beautiful adventure games like Journey, Omno might just be of interest to you. This is an exploration adventure platformer as you traverse through an ancient world of wonder, from deserts, tundras, and even to the clouds. Apparently you can befriend strange and fantastic creatures as well, which, from the trailer, range from giant moose-like creatures to flying manta rays in the skies. The platforming looks decent, not too difficult but satisfying to pull off, but the serenity and the beauty of this world are the best parts.
As we all know, reaching the Red Planet was not humanity's greatest achievement. Transferring the complexity of the human mind to machines was. So they can succeed where we failed. So they can build us a home on that distant, dusty rock.
Another city building management game makes the list with ASPERA, where you have to take on the challenge of colonizing Mars. The Red Planet is perhaps the new frontier for space exploration, so you take on the role of a super intelligent AI, gathering resources and expanding a network on the planet based on real geographical data from NASA, and technology based on real-life engineering. Fantastic art style in this. MINEKO'S Night Market has been featured before, and for good reason, since this is a live sim RPG that is one part Animal Crossing and one part Forager, where you arrive at your new home on an island overrun by cats, and are searching for the sun cat Abe. You can literally grow cats from the ground in this, as well as take on odd jobs, craft items, compete in mini-games at the night market, and uncover the mystery of this island. It is wholesome and pleasant, and just my kind of game, so it takes the #1 spot in part 1 on the 50 upcoming indie games of 2020. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, share and subscribe. Check out the recommended playlist or the best pick for you, and I will see you after the jump.